Joining us now is Trump defense attorney David Schoen. David, the Democrats obviously want to use as much video as they can. It's awful. It looks awful. I think your team stipulated to the fact that it was awful, and no one condoning any of what happened on that day. Are you prepared to offer similar, compelling, and emotional video showing that the Democrats themselves, if this is the standard, could be said to have incited all sorts of riotous behavior?
Well, that you'll have to stand by and watch, but it's a pretty good bet. I would say, though, that it's not only that they wanted plenty of video time today. It seems like they want a lot of screen time for themselves. They're clearly, playing to the cameras, to the public, all of the time. And as you correctly said, I offered to stipulate right in the opening happened. It was horrific and so on. And I said, you talk about unity and healing, showing that tape over and over again, the same slides and so on, and manipulated by them, does nothing for healing. It's the exact opposite. It's continuing to open wounds for the American public. And it is something that President Trump has condemned in no uncertain terms, the terrible violence that went on there. So there's not an issue about that. They're just hoping to drum up emotion and get their last shots in at President Trump.
But will you say tonight that you will show, because the videotape is out there, what the impeachment managers themselves said about the legitimacy or worth of a previous presidential election, namely the election in 2016, or other words similar to that, that could be similarly described as inciting unrest?
Well, you're apparently very well aware of what's out there. I don't commit publicly to any strategy that we're going to use. I just don't think it's wise. But I think that you'll be quite impressed with the president's case. And I say that without wanting to even have to do that. We shouldn't be here. It's an illegitimate, unconstitutional impeachment process, completely lacking in any due process. I know, but you lost that from start to finish.
Don, I understand that, but you lost that point. I mean, we get it. I mean, I understand that argument. I'm a lawyer, but you lost that point. So now it's on to responding to the issue of incitement. That's the one article you have. So I'm going to ask this question again, because I think there are a lot of people who don't follow the law. I know, but they don't follow the law because they don't know the law or the law of impeachment. So they see all this video, then they see all these Trump tweets, then they see the fact that he didn't immediately come out and condemn it and tell them to go home, and they say, oh, well, this is just terrible. It is incitement. So you have to show that the other side does that morning, noon, and night for most of Trump's presidency. You got to show that. It's a hint. I'm giving you a hint here.
That is absolutely relevant. You're well aware, obviously, of what's out there.
And this is what impeachment manager Ted Lieu said today, David.
How do we get to the point where rioters desecrated, defiled, and dishonored your Senate chamber? I'll show you how we got here. President Donald J. Trump ran out of nonviolent options to maintain power.
David, would he be thrown out of courtroom and any regular proceeding for saying something so outlandish?
Absolutely. They would be thrown out of the courtroom for showing this video. None of this stuff would be admissible in any kind of court of law. That's part of the due process issue. I don't know if you saw today when Senator Mike Lee stood up and objected that they falsely attributed to him statements that he never made. And he made an objection, and the whole place sort of blew up in a hullabaloo. And finally, the House manager, Congressman Raskin, said that they would withdraw it for now and check their sources. He said he thinks their source, the media, and I think the Washington Post, he might have said. But if you look at their videos and the clips they show, some sources are reportedly, other are sources said. They have hearsay on hearsay on hearsay. But he was outraged today because they made an argument and then repeated the argument, attributing comments to him about a call they said the president made to him without ever even consulting him about what was said in that call. Can you imagine that disrespect to a senator?
Yeah. And Schumer kind of blew it off. It's like, oh, this isn't really dispositive, or it doesn't really affect the case. But it was a compelling moment.
Wait till you see again how important that was.
I want to ask fair point. I want to ask one more question. Given what's at stake here for constitutional precedent, and the fact that they want to cancel Trump's opportunity to perhaps run again if he wants to, Have you all consulted some of the president's previous impeachment team, Jay Sekulow and that crowd, given the fact that they were obviously successful? I'm not saying you're not going to be successful. You probably will be. But have you collaborated at all with that team?
I've spoken with them, yes.
Oh, interesting. Fantastic. David, we're going to be watching carefully. Can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.